What's up, guys? So in today's video we'll be discussing about Tawang in the month of April 2025, what you should be expecting in terms of weather, the road condition, the places that you should be visiting. Overall, is it a good time to be going there? And most of all, what you need to be packing for your trip to Tawang in the month of April 2025. So starting off with the weather, keep in mind that the month of April is spring in Tawang, so winter has pretty much come to an end, but it's still going to be pretty cold in Tawang and in the surrounding regions. The daytime temperature will range from anywhere between 7 degrees to 20 degrees, while the temperature after sunset will be anywhere between -1 to 6 degrees. Now, this temperature will depend and vary depending on where you are. In places like Dirang, it will be warmer, while in places like Bomdila and in Tawang and Bumla, it will be much colder than what you would expect it to be, even though it's the month of April. In the month of April, you will find plenty of snow cover at Sela Pass and even at Bumla and a little bit at Sangastar. Even snowfall is possible at Bumla Pass and at Sela Pass. This is because it can snow anytime in the passes at Tawang region. So keep in mind that you need to be carrying your woolen wear when you're traveling to Tawang, even in the month of April. Do not expect it to be summer and carry only your summer clothing. Now, when it comes to the road condition, the roads are very well made. So even if you're planning on self-driving to Tawang, it is possible in the month of April. You do not need to worry. You do not even need to carry chains unless and until you are planning on maybe off-roading and traveling back via Sela Pass. Might be tricky if it starts to snow, but it's very, very unlikely. So over and above this, even biking in the month of April is possible, provided that you have good experience of riding your bike. You can consider going to Tawang on a bike in the month of April. In April, the sky is clear, the roads are very good. You can do the journey either from Sela Pass or Sela Tunnel, depending on how many days you have. Just keep in mind that if you're planning on taking the helicopter to Tawang, that is a bit dicey, because if the weather goes bad, your helicopter might not take off, and that would jeopardize your entire trip and put things in a frenzy when you're out there. Now, the places that you should be visiting when you're traveling to Tawang in the month of April are Tawang town by default. You should visit the monastery, you should go to Buddha Park, and you should visit the war memorials which are in and around. Sela Pass is something that you should definitely visit while entering into Tawang. On the return, if you have lesser number of days, it could be slightly problematic in terms of if the road closes because of heavy snowfall or anything of that sort. Remember that in the month of April at Sela Pass it can snow. It is a place that experiences snow, I would say, any time of the year. So regardless of the time of the year, it can be snowing in Sela. So it's always better to get done with crossing Sela Pass while going from Bomdila to Tawang. So this way, a major part of your travel, which is covering Sela Pass, is already done on the entry to Tawang. So on the return, you can take the tunnel and reach faster back to Balukpong, Utispur, or Dirang or Bomdila, wherever your stop is after Tawang on the return. Remember that Sangastar Lake is a very good place to be visiting when you're going to Bumla Pass. Sangastar Lake comes first after Y Junction, and then you end up going to Bumla Pass. Just make sure that you leave early in the morning so that you do not end up missing out on either of the two places. In the month of April, you'll find a lot of tourist crowd coming to Tawang because it's the start of spring and summer, and it starts to get warmer as compared to what the winter months are. So this is why you need to be leaving early in the morning, and early means as early as even 7 o'clock is advisable. This way you'll get plenty of time to experience Sangastar Lake and then go to Bumla Pass. And if you want to really push it and experience something better, you can even add Holy Waterfall to your itinerary or your blueprint for Tawang on the Bumla day excursion. It's a very beautiful waterfall, but it will cost you double the amount of money. So if you are in a larger group, or if you do not mind spending the extra money, you should definitely end up adding Holy Waterfall to your bucket list. Now keep in mind that when you're traveling to Tawang, you need to be having an inner line permit. This inner line permit is for the state of Arunachal. It costs rupees 500, and it needs to be done online from the government website. It's 500 rupees per person for 2 weeks. So your Tawang trip usually takes anywhere between 7 to 9 days depending on how deep you want to explore the place. So you need to just go onto the website and type in West Kamen and Tawang and get the permit done. It takes roughly around 2 minutes. You need to submit your email ID and your phone number, and you'll get the permit emailed to your email ID. Once you got the permit, you're good to go and enter into Arunachal. The permit will be checked at various checkposts around Arunachal while entering at Balukpong, and then again before you at every hotel wherever you're staying, they'll ask, or a homestay, they'll ask you for your inner line permit, and then even to go to Bumla Pass, you will need this permit. Now, when it comes to the clothing that you need to be packing, you need to be packing woolen wear. You definitely need your muffler and your gloves. You need a very good pair of sunglasses. UV protected sunglasses is something that I would personally recommend for everyone traveling to Tawang in the month of April, because it gets really sunny, and the sun in the month of April is really harsh. So to avoid your eyes from watering and any kind of blurry vision, it's always better to have good UV protected sunglasses. Keep in mind that when you're traveling in the month of April, because it gets hot, you need to be consuming at least a minimum of 2 liters of water per day. So make sure that you're drinking good amount of water, and remember that Tawang is a place where everything shuts early. So by sunset everything starts to shut. The latest you can go out and have dinner is by 8 p.m. Like, you should be in the hotel by latest 7:38 so that they do not close before you reach there. If you are going to go as per the city timings of 9:30, 10, most of the restaurants and the dabas in Tawang town will be closed and you'll have to stay the night hungry. So reach your restaurant or the daba where you plan on dining for the night as early as 7:38 so that by the time you're done with dinner it could be 9. Tawang is a place which has very good network. Whether it's prepaid or postpaid, you'll get excellent 4G and 5G from Jio, BSNL and Airtel. Vodafone network is kind of scratchy, but the other 3 networks work very well. Just make sure that you're carrying a power bank along with you, because power cuts are very frequent in Tawang town. Usually after 11 o'clock in the evening, the power will get cut and it will return only in the morning, say by 4:35. So if you want to charge your gadgets, you will need your power bank in the night, unless and until you are someone who is well prepared to charge your gadgets during the evening slot. Remember that traveling to Tawang is an experience of a lifetime. Just make sure you do not litter the place and do not be rude to the locals, because the locals are very peaceful people, but they do not like anyone being rude to them or littering and dirtying their town and their villages. Just come in peace, go in peace, and just make sure that when you're traveling to Tawang, you carry a little bit of cash with you. Even though UPI payment is accepted everywhere, you will definitely need cash here and there. Carry, I would say, per person around 3 to 5,000 rupees, and carry it in lower denominations, or I would say of hundreds and 200, so it's easier to spend and it's not a hassle to get your change back. If you're traveling in a larger group, you can roam around with 500 rupee notes, provided that one person is paying the bill for everybody, so that you do not have to carry too much of cash on you. ATMs are also easily available in Tawang town. There's SBI, ICICI, so you do not need to be worrying about ATMs. Just that when you're traveling to Tawang, just make sure that you have a minimum, I would say, of at least 6 nights, 5 nights, 6 days when you're traveling. If you can make the trip of 6 nights, 7 days, it's even better. Bomdila and Tawang and Dirang are 2 places that you should really consider stopping at while going and exiting. Now, if you have any queries related to traveling to Tawang, you can leave a comment in the comment section. If you're interested in enrolling on a trip to Tawang and you're planning on traveling solo or with a few friends, we do have trips happening to Tawang in the month of April. You can click on the link in the description, go to our website and directly book our trip. If you are someone who wants only information, you can leave a comment in the comment section and we would be more than happy to help you out. But if you're interested in our trips, you can definitely click on the link and WhatsApp us from our website. So now till our next video to Tawang, stay safe, stay happy and stay blessed.